How's it going everyone, and welcome back. And today's video I'm really happy to make because we've got a bunch of new games coming to Nintendo Switch after that Nintendo Direct, and I'm really late making this video. The Nintendo Direct came out over 2 weeks ago and I haven't made a video since it came out because I've been quite busy with school, but I'm back and today I'm going to be ranking my top 5 games from the Nintendo Direct. And there's also going to be a lot of honorable mentions of games that I don't think make the list, but they're really good, or like games I'm not really too sure about because there isn't much information on. And I'll also be including the new Pokemon games that were announced like a week after the Nintendo Direct, because those are some big Nintendo games and I'm excited for those as well. And also, before I start the list, I just want to mention that there were so many games that were announced that I have no idea about, and I don't really know what the games are like, so I can't really talk about them. And I'm not saying they're bad if they're not in this list, I just haven't played a lot of the games or like know anything about the games coming out, so don't be upset if your favourite game's not on this list. I just don't really know much about a lot of the games that were announced. And this is a list of my favourite ones. It's not like the best games that were announced, so it's just down to my opinion in this video. But anyway, if you find this video interesting, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to help my channel grow, as I'm going to be doing loads more Nintendo videos, so make sure to look out for those, and hopefully you enjoyed this. And comment down below your favourite games that have been announced for Nintendo Switch. And yeah, I'll start the list now. So anyway, number 5 I put as Miitopia. I put this at number 5 because me and my friend always wanted to get this game on a 3DS, but he didn't have a 3DS, and I did, but I just never really had it as a main priority, so I never ended up buying the game. But now that it's coming out to Switch, I'm quite excited to get it. And I just love games that have Miis on them, as they remind me of like playing loads of old games on the Wii with my family. So we'd play games like Wii Sports and Wii Party, and you'd have to play as your Mii. So I love any game that you can play as a Mii on. And this game looks like a really cool spin on like the RPG genre, and it looks like kind of like a funny version of those types of games. It does look like it could be more aimed at kids, but I think I'm going to get it anyway just to try it out, because I've always been interested in it, and I don't know too much about the game, but it does look quite fun. So that's at number 5. Okay, so number 4 is a game I'm really excited to come out because I want to play this with my friends and family, as it looks like a really good multiplayer game. And this game is Mario Golf Super Rush for the Nintendo Switch, and this was announced in the Nintendo Direct, and I got really excited when I saw this come up on the screen because I love anything to do with Mario. You can probably tell if you look at some of my latest videos, but yeah, any Mario game is bound to be good because Nintendo put a lot of work into it. And I really enjoyed the previous Mario Sports game on Switch, which was Mario Tennis Aces. Was like the last proper Mario Sports game. We've had Mario at the Olympic Games with Sonic, but that's kind of different. But yeah, I'm excited for this. Although if I could choose a Mario Sports game to be on Switch, I would have chosen probably basketball or baseball. But golf could actually be really fun if they make like cool games out of it. And the thing I want the most on this game is like a really good multiplayer experience, but I also do want there to be a cool like campaign for single player when I'm not playing the game with anyone. And I'm also hoping like the golf courses are interesting and the theme isn't too similar the whole way throughout the game. Obviously I definitely want a really cool character selection, and I've started actually thinking about making a video on some characters that I think would be cool to be in this game, so that will probably be my next video, so make sure to come back and watch that. But yeah, this is my number 4 game and I really hope it's fun, and I'll probably learn a bit about golf from playing this because I've never really played much golf, and so maybe I can learn how to play golf in real life as well, so I can spend some time with my dad at the golf course. I definitely think my dad will like this game because he loves golf, and so he'll probably enjoy the fun spin-off version in this Mario game. But anyway, that was my number 4 choice, and it's at number 4, so there's still 3 big games that I'm really excited for. But anyway, my number 3 choice, this is kind of difficult because I'm not sure whether to put this one at number 2 or number 3, but I think I'm going to put Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl at number 3, and I've never actually played Pokemon Diamond or Pearl. I mainly played Pokemon Black in the DS days. I think these were on DS. Let me just check. Okay, yeah, they were DS games. I thought I was being stupid then. But yeah, I played Pokemon Black on the DS mainly, and then I played all of the 3DS ones and the Switch ones, but I didn't play too many of the older ones. But I loved Pokemon Black on the DS, and my friends have told me Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are actually insanely good, so I'm excited for this. And I really like the art style of it because it's like it's not like the realistic, they're not really going for realistic graphics in the newer ones, but like, I don't know, it's more like cute and cartoony. In the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes, they've like tried to go back to the old style but just more HD and stuff, so they've tried to keep the old DS style mixed with the newer style, and I really like that because it looks really bright and exciting, although some people have said it looks weird, but I don't mind too much and I think the graphics look really fun. And yeah, I'm putting the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes on this list instead of the open world Pokemon that's coming, because the trailer like didn't make the game look too good, and I know it's like in early development, and they'll probably make a lot of improvements and stuff, but the game, like, they didn't really show off too much about the game, so I can't be too sure of like how good that's going to be. So I decided to put the Diamond and Pearl remakes on this list instead, but I can't wait to find out more information about the open world Pokemon. But that's a dream I've had for a Pokemon game for a while. Like, I'd really love to play an open world Pokemon. So yeah, I'm excited for that, but I'm putting the remakes on the list instead. On to my second favourite game that's coming to Nintendo Switch very soon, and that game is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. I think this is the only 3D Zelda game, like the main 3D Zelda games that I haven't played. I've played Breath of the Wild, of course. I've played Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and Ocarina of Time. I don't know if I've missed any, but yeah, I've played all of those games, but I never played Skyward Sword, and I've looked into getting it on the Wii, but it's really expensive, and I've heard like mixed opinions on it. Like, some people say it's amazing, and some people said it was not like their favourite Zelda game, but I find any Zelda game fun, and this one looks really interesting, and it's one of my favourite art styles of a Zelda game. It's like so bright all the time. I love the blue skies and the grass and stuff, and I like that they've kept like that art style. They've just made it into HD textures, but it's not like a completely different graphic style, which is really cool. So I'm definitely really excited to play this game, and I've heard it's like one of the longest Zelda games. I'm not sure how true that is, but yeah, I have heard it's definitely very long, so that's going to be a great game for me to play when it comes out, and I'll probably spend all my time trying to complete that game. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys are also excited for that. And we kind of got this instead of news on Breath of the Wild 2, but I'm not too sad about that because I know they're still just working on that game, and this is a great game to have in the meantime. So yeah, that's why it's my number 2 spot. But before I say my number 1 choice, which is probably quite obvious to a lot of people by now, I'm going to talk about some honorable mentions of games that I like the look of. So the first game that I haven't put on my list, but I really recommend and love, is the Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville. And although I definitely don't like this as much as the original Garden Warfare and Garden Warfare 2, it's like got its own style, and I actually think it has like the best story, like single player campaign. You can actually play online as well, so it's not even a single player campaign. I think you can play it with up to like 4 friends. And on number 1 there was no campaign, and on number 2 the campaign was only available in single player, I think. So the campaign's definitely the best on Battle for Neighborville. It's just I don't think the multiplayer's as good, but I definitely recommend Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville on Switch if you like any of the Plants vs Zombies games. Yeah, I went on for a while about that because I actually love that game so much, and I've been playing it a lot recently. But anyway, the next honorable mention is Monster Hunter Rise. I don't know too much about this game, but I've played some of the old Monster Hunters with my friend, and he says this looks like the best one yet, so I'm gonna just mention that. If any of you are Monster Hunter fans, you'll probably be excited for this game. That looks like a cool game coming out to Switch soon. I want to also mention Tales from the Borderlands, but I have no idea if this game is good, so I can't say too much about it. But like this past week I've been playing Borderlands 2 with my friend, and it's actually a really fun game. So if Tales from the Borderlands is anything like Borderlands 2 or 3, or like any of the main Borderlands games, then I would recommend it, but I'm not too sure about that. So maybe if you know this game, you could comment down below what it's like and if it's any good. Oh, I also want to mention Knockout City, as it looks like a cool idea. I'm not sure if it's like a main Nintendo game, but it gives me similar vibes to when they like first announced ARMS, or like even when they first announced Splatoon, and it looks like a cool new idea, but I don't really know too much about it. It did look fun, but I don't know if like the gameplay would actually be any good, so I'll just wait until that game comes out. I'm definitely not gonna like pre-order it, but it looks interesting, so maybe if you want to check that out you can. So yeah, Knockout City does look like an interesting game. Okay, now I'm on to my number 1 game, and this was the final game announced in the Nintendo Direct, and it was a big surprise to me. I had no idea they would even consider making this game, but this is Splatoon 3 for Nintendo Switch, and I didn't think they would ever make a Splatoon 3 because we already have number 2 on the Switch, and that was like a sequel because number 1 was on the Wii U, so they wanted a Splatoon game on the Switch. I never thought they would want 2 different Splatoon games on the same console, and I thought if they ever did another Splatoon game it would just be on the next console, but no, we're getting a is it a threequel or something? But anyway, we're getting a sequel to the sequel, which is really cool, and this game has got me so excited. And as soon as it was announced I started playing Splatoon 2 again, and I had so much fun playing that, and so I like instantly got really excited for the 3rd game to come out. And the start of the trailer was probably like the most exciting bit to me because it was in this crazy open desert with an upside down Eiffel Tower like scattered everywhere, so it looks like this huge post-apocalyptic world, and I don't know if this is anywhere near like what the game's going to be like, but I'm hoping it's going to have this really cool like open world story campaign where it's set in this really big desert and stuff like that. It's really hard to tell. But then you get on this cool train and go to this crazy big city, so it'd be cool if there was like a lot more to do in the city. I would definitely love that. And the multiplayer looks quite similar to Splatoon 2 and 1, but like they don't really need to change anything if it's already really good and people love it. But yeah, I'm hoping for like some cool new stuff in this game, because if they didn't really change much, then I don't really know why they would make a third game. So hopefully just the very fact they're making a third one for Nintendo Switch means it's going to be like crazy innovative and exciting. That was my #1 game, and I love Splatoon because it has a really good single player as well as multiplayer experience, so it's good for like anyone really. And I like shooters a lot, and this is like a fun version of a shooter, so I decided to put this at my #1 spot. But now I just want to hear what you guys think about all of these games and what you're looking forward to on Switch, so just leave a comment down below and like discuss your favorite games and stuff like that. I just cannot wait for a lot of the games to come out now. I'm definitely going to get a lot of them on the first day they're out, as I do end up doing that for most of the big Nintendo games that I love. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and it was somewhat interesting, and hopefully it sparks some cool thoughts in the comments as well. And make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, as well as leave a like on the video to help me out, and also so you don't miss another video. And I'll be making a lot more videos in the future, so I'll see you then. Goodbye. Thanks for watching as well. Anyway, bye.